mean, my daughter has been absolutely wonderful with all these charities and takes a huge interest, which they were all telling me anyway about what a difference she makes. And I know how seriously she takes it all. But she does have a wonderful way with people, you see. That's the special thing, I think. I mean, she's remarkable, really. And find out their life's history in a very quick, short time.
Royal insiders are whispering about a moment so extraordinary it left the world in awe. In a historic Vatican summit on May 15th, 2025, King Charles III and the newly elected Pope Leo XIV, formerly Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, came together in a private audience that no one anticipated. At the heart of this meeting, a blessing for Catherine, Princess of Wales, as the Unity Monarch, a title murmured behind palace walls and now resonating globally. What unfolded in that sacred space, and why did it bring tears to the eyes of two of the world's most influential leaders? Stay with us until the end, and don't forget to subscribe for more royal revelations. There's something undeniably captivating about Catherine. It's not just her elegance or her warmth, it's the way she connects with people, from dignitaries to everyday families, with a sincerity that feels effortless. But this moment in the Vatican, it was monumental. It wasn't about a public event or a staged photo. It was about a woman who has quietly become a symbol of hope, blessed by two titans of faith and tradition. The story begins with a meeting that almost didn't happen, one that royal watchers are calling a defining moment for the monarchy and the world. King Charles, as Supreme Governor of the Church of England, and Pope Leo XIV, the freshly consecrated leader of the Catholic Church, had never met before this summit. Leo XIV, elected on May 1, 2025, following the passing of Pope Francis on April 21, brought a new energy to the papacy. Known for his progressive yet deeply spiritual approach, the American-born pontiff welcomed Charles and Queen Camilla to the Vatican's Casa Santa Marta, a humble residence that set the tone for their intimate exchange. The meeting, held just weeks after Leo XIV's election, was charged with emotion and purpose, with Catherine's name spoken with reverence. What made this moment so remarkable? It wasn't just the historic convergence of a king and a new pope, it was their shared vision of unity in a divided world. Charles, a lifelong advocate for interfaith dialogue, and Leo XIV, a pontiff committed to healing global fractures, saw in Catherine a rare gift, a figure who could transcend boundaries. They called her the Unity Monarch, a title not of pomp or power, but of purpose. It was a moment that left Charles visibly moved, his voice catching as he spoke of his daughter-in-law's grace. And trust us, this is just the beginning. To understand why Catherine was chosen for this blessing, you have to trace her journey. From her first steps into the royal spotlight, she's been more than a princess. She's a mother, a survivor, a bridge builder. Her 2024 cancer battle, followed by her inspiring remission, revealed her strength to the world. But it's the quiet moments, the ones away from the cameras, that show who she truly is. Whether she's kneeling to chat with a child at a charity event or sharing a knowing glance with William, Catherine has a way of making people feel valued. That's the kind of power that doesn't need a crown. Royal fans cherish the small gestures that define her. The way she gently fixes Charlotte's hair at a public event, or the warm smile she offers a nervous guest. These aren't scripted, they're real. And they reveal a woman who values connection over ceremony. Charles, who has watched her evolve into a cornerstone of the monarchy, sees her as a beacon for its future. In private, he's called her "my cherished daughter-in-law," a term that carries his deep trust. But what happened in the Vatican elevated that trust to a new plane. The summit wasn't just a meeting, it was a pact. Charles and Leo XIV, both men of profound faith, spoke of a world torn by conflict, wars in Ukraine and Gaza, divisions within communities, and a growing sense of disconnection. They saw Catherine as a light, someone who could inspire unity through compassion rather than politics. In a rare and moving gesture, Leo XIV offered a private blessing, placing his hands on a photograph of Catherine that Charles had brought. It was a spiritual moment, one that insiders say left Camilla dabbing at her eyes. Why Catherine? It's not just her public image, it's how she's navigated the royal world while staying grounded. She's modern yet respectful of tradition, approachable yet dignified. Her work on mental health, early childhood, and cancer awareness has touched millions. And her faith, rooted in the Church of England but open to all beliefs, has seen her attend Catholic services with William and engage with leaders of various faiths. This openness, this ability to listen, made her the ideal candidate for the Unity Monarch title. Let's dive into the core of the summit, the Vatican Pact. It's a phrase just beginning to circulate, shared in hushed tones among those close to the royal family and the Holy See. The pact wasn't a signed agreement, but a mutual commitment. Charles and Leo XIV agreed that Catherine would take on a singular role, not just within the monarchy, but as a global emissary for unity. It's a role without precedent, blending the symbolic with the deeply human. And it's a role that Catherine, knowingly or not, has been preparing for her entire life. The meeting lasted only 25 minutes, but every moment was laden with meaning. Leo XIV, still settling into his papal role, spoke with a calm authority, his Chicago roots evident in his direct yet warm delivery. He praised Catherine's resilience, her empathy, and her ability to connect hearts across divides. Charles, in response, shared stories of her quiet strength, how she's guided Charlotte through public life, supported William through personal challenges, and brought warmth to their family. It was a father-in-law's pride, but also a king's recognition of a future legend. Gifts were exchanged, as tradition dictates, but they carried deep symbolism. Charles presented Leo XIV with a handcrafted wooden cross made from sustainably sourced oak, reflecting their shared environmental concerns. The Pope, in turn, offered a small medallion engraved with the image of Saint Francis, a nod to his predecessor and a symbol of peace. But the true gift was the blessing, a spiritual endorsement that bridged centuries of history. It was as if the monarchy and the Catholic Church, long separated by doctrine, found common ground in Catherine. And what about the logistics of Catherine's life? Royal watchers often speculate about details like the cars she uses, which reveal her practicality. During her recovery, she favoured a Range Rover, its tinted windows offering privacy and comfort. For official duties, she's often seen in the Bentley State Limousine, a nod to royal tradition, but insiders whisper that she's exploring electric vehicles, like the Tesla Model X, aligning with Charles's green initiatives. These choices aren't just about getting from A to B, they reflect a woman who thinks deeply about her impact, both public and private. Part 4. The emotional milestones that shaped Catherine. Every transformation is built on moments that linger in the heart, and Catherine's journey to Unity Monarch is a tapestry of such milestones. From her early days as Kate Middleton, stepping nervously into the royal spotlight, to her emergence as a global icon, each step has shaped her into the woman blessed by King Charles and Pope Leo XIV. Think back to 2011, when she undertook her first solo engagement at a cancer charity in Lancashire. She wasn't just a future princess ticking a box, she listened intently, her questions thoughtful, her empathy palpable. Royal watchers still talk about that day as the moment they saw her strength, not in titles, but in connection. It was a glimpse of the unity she'd later embody. Her personal milestones carry even more weight. Her 2011 wedding to William, watched by billions, was a fairy tale, but it was also a vow to serve. The births of George in 2013, Charlotte in 2015, and Louis in 2018 grounded her in motherhood's joys and challenges. She's been spotted driving an Audi Q7 to school drop-offs, a practical choice for a hands-on mum, her laughter mingling with her children's in the car. These moments, away from cameras, show a woman who values family above all. Yet it was her 2024 cancer diagnosis that truly tested her. Facing it with grace, she shared her story in a raw, heartfelt video, inspiring millions. Her remission, announced in January 2025, wasn't just a medical victory. It was a testament to her resilience, a spark that lit hope worldwide. Public moments have defined her too. At Queen Elizabeth II's funeral in 2022, Catherine's composure was a quiet pillar, her gentle hand guiding Charlotte through grief. At the 2023 Chelsea Flower Show, she knelt to chat with schoolchildren, her ease turning a formal event into a moment of warmth. Her first major post-recovery trip to Australia in late 2024 was a triumph. She spoke of healing and hope, her words earning a standing ovation. Even her choice of transport, a sleek electric Jaguar I-Pace, signalled her alignment with Charles's environmental vision, a subtle nod to progress. But it's the unseen moments that truly shape her. Friends say Catherine keeps a journal, jotting down lessons for her children, words of love and wisdom for their future. She's meticulous, planning engagements with care but always leaving space for spontaneity, like a last-minute stop to chat with a crowd. Her preference for a Range Rover during her recovery, chosen for its privacy, reflects her thoughtfulness. These details paint a picture of a woman who's both strategic and soulful, balancing duty with authenticity. Then there's her quiet faith, a thread through her journey. Raised in the Church of England, she's attended Catholic masses with William and met leaders of all faiths, her respect unwavering. A private moment in 2023, praying at a small chapel during a visit to Wales, showed her seeking strength beyond the spotlight. These milestones, public, private, spiritual, have forged Catherine into the Unity Monarch, a woman ready to bridge divides with her heart. And trust us, her story is far from over. The title of Unity Monarch isn't just a poetic gesture, it's a bold statement about the future of the monarchy itself. Under King Charles III, the royal family is undergoing a transformation, shedding layers of tradition to become a more approachable, purpose-driven institution. At the heart of this shift is Catherine, Princess of Wales, whose influence is redefining what it means to be royal. She's not merely the future queen consort, she's a visionary, quietly shaping a monarchy that speaks to a divided world. Royal watchers are calling her the bridge between past and future, and trust us, her impact is only growing stronger. Catherine's role in this evolution is multifaceted. Her work with the Royal Foundation has turned heads, particularly her mental health initiatives, which have reached communities often overlooked by traditional royal duties. The Shaping Us campaign, her brainchild focused on early childhood development, has been hailed as revolutionary by educators and psychologists alike. It's not just about policy, it's about connection. Catherine's ability to listen to parents, teachers, and children with genuine empathy. She's taken these conversations global, from school visits in London to virtual summits with international experts, showing a commitment to issues that transcend borders. This is the Unity Monarch in action, building bridges through shared human experiences. Her public appearances, carefully curated yet authentic, reflect this balance of tradition and progress. Whether she's stepping out of a sleek Bentley State limousine for a state event or driving a practical Audi Q7 for family outings, Catherine chooses vehicles that signal both regal duty and modern sensibility. Insiders whisper that she's been exploring electric options, like the Jaguar I-Pace, a nod to Charles's environmental passion. These choices aren't random, they're a statement about a monarchy that's moving forward while honouring its roots. Her rumoured interest in a custom electric Bentley for future engagements only underscores her forward-thinking approach, blending luxury with sustainability. Within the royal family, Catherine is a stabilising force. She's the one who keeps William grounded, offering a reassuring glance during high-pressure moments. She guides Charlotte's growing confidence, whispering words of encouragement at public events. Even Louis, with his playful antics, looks to her for cues, mirroring her composure. Charles relies on her not just as a daughter-in-law, but as a partner in his vision. Their bond, forged through years of shared challenges, was palpable in the Vatican, where Charles spoke of her with a father's pride and a king's conviction. He sees in her a leader who can carry the monarchy into a new era. But it's the quiet moments that truly define her influence. Friends say Catherine keeps a journal, jotting down thoughts on her children's milestones or ideas for her campaigns. She's known to sketch out engagement plans on notepads, blending precision with spontaneity. These personal touches, whether it's choosing a Range Rover for privacy during her recovery or baking cakes for her kids' birthdays, show a woman who balances duty with authenticity. Her ability to remain relatable, even under the royal spotlight, is what makes her so powerful. What's next for Catherine? The Vatican Pact hints at a global stage where she might lead interfaith dialogues or champion humanitarian causes. There's talk of a solo visit to the Vatican, a historic moment that would cement her as the unity monarch. Her transportation choices, too, will reflect this evolution, perhaps that electric Bentley, a symbol of a greener, more inclusive monarchy. Catherine is rewriting the royal script, not with fanfare, but with a steady hand and a compassionate heart. She's proof that change doesn't need to be loud to be profound. Catherine's journey as the unity monarch is just beginning, and the world is watching with bated breath. Blessed by King Charles and Pope Leo XIV in a historic Vatican summit, she's not just a princess, she's a symbol of hope, a bridge between tradition and a fractured future. But what does this mean for her path ahead? It's more than glittering tiaras or ceremonial duties. It's about a woman who's redefining royalty with every step, balancing the weight of expectation with the warmth of humanity. Catherine's journey as the unity monarch is just beginning, and the world is watching with bated breath. Blessed by King Charles and Pope Leo XIV in a historic Vatican summit, she's not just a princess, she's a symbol of hope, a bridge between tradition and a fractured future. But what does this mean for her path ahead? It's more than glittering tiaras or ceremonial duties. It's about a woman who's redefining royalty with every step, balancing the weight of expectation with the warmth of humanity. Her future is a canvas of possibilities, painted with courage, compassion, and a quiet strength that leaves even royal insiders in awe.